Well, police and sheriff's departments throughout the region are dealing with COVID-19, trying to minimize their risk while performing their duties. In Tupelo, several police department employees tested positive for the coronavirus. As Allie Martin shows us, officers are taking extra steps to keep things safe and make sure there's no shortage of patrolmen.
When shelter-in-place orders were issued back in the spring, police officers did not get to work from home. They still had to be out on the streets doing their jobs. But when several TPD employees tested positive for COVID-19, they were quarantined, and precautions continued to protect officers and the public. Whenever a patrolman comes to Tupelo Police Headquarters, their unit is wiped down. And at the end of each 12-hour shift, the cleaning is repeated. The precautions were in place before several employees tested positive for COVID-19, and those precautions are now part of the daily routine, which includes cleaning of office space every morning.
Pre-COVID, we had to do a real good job of keeping things clean just by the nature of the business that we're in. We come into contact with a lot of people that may have been sick or have some type of disease. So cleanliness and personal protective equipment were a part of our routine even before COVID hit.
Captain Chuck McDougall says once the positive tests were reported, the employees were sent home to self-quarantine and adjustments were made to ensure there was no shortage of officers protecting the public.
We've been able to maintain all of our shifts at optimal levels, all of our special units at optimal levels, with the reserve on standby. If there was a reason to bring other officers in, we've got them ready to go.
New policies have also been put in place for court hearings to keep everyone safer.
Historically, we would bring someone from the jail to the court and back. Now we do all that via teleconference or Facebook conference or Zoom conference. That lets us eliminate the possibility of cross-contamination between different buildings. So that's working well. I would assume that that'll probably continue on into the future once we're past this current crisis.
The city of Tupelo has had a hiring freeze because of the economic impact due to the COVID-19 related shutdowns, but that could be lifted for the police department to make sure there are more than enough officers on the streets to protect and serve during these uncertain times. In Tupelo, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
And Captain McDougall also says the public has shown its support for the police by bringing food along with masks, hand sanitizer, and gloves and other personal protective equipment for the officers.